Good evening, and welcome to Christ Church. Our lesson this evening is taken from the third chapter of the Epistle of James, beginning at the 5th verse. How great a forest is set ablaze by a small fire, and the tongue is a fire. The tongue is placed among our members as a world of iniquity. It stains the whole body, sets on fire the cycle of nature, and is itself set on fire by hell. For every species of beast and bird, of reptile and sea creature can be tamed, and has been tamed by the human species, but no one can tame the tongue, a restless evil full of deadly poison. With it we bless the Lord and Father, and with it we curse those who are made in the likeness of God. From the same mouth come blessing and cursing. My brothers and sisters, this ought not to be so. Does a spring pour forth from the same opening both fresh and brackish water? Can a fig tree, my brothers and sisters, yield olives, or a grapevine figs? Here endeth the lesson. We are in the deepest end of the political season, and so we will use briefly political jargon. Don't go negative. Don't go negative under any circumstances. Whenever you talk about someone in a negative context, you have already abandoned the gospel. Whenever you talk about someone in a positive context, then you are standing shoulder to shoulder with Christ. What if people are doing abhorrent and terrible things? Then you can look clearly at what they are doing and say they need to be helped. They need to hear the gospel. They need better advisors. They need to see the world in the light of love more clearly. All of that is positive because it recognizes that no human being is a lost cause. No one is irredeemably evil. No one is worthless. Never let yourself fall into the trap of using your tongue or your tweets as a match to start a fire in others. Forbear. Forbear from judgment, except to say this can be better and to help where you can. This is not to say you must abandon all moral suasion. In fact, this is the path to moral suasion. But moral suasion is not accomplished by labeling your enemies wretched. Moral suasion is not accomplished by demonizing your opponents. No one ever won an argument by calling their interlocutor a communist or a Nazi. By the time you get to that point, you've already lost. So instead, proceed with love. Harness wisdom. Express compassion for the person you most despise in their position is most beloved of God, just as you are most beloved of God, and each and every person in between is most beloved of God. Don't go negative, brothers and sisters. The world is full of opportunities to do better, and we are all redemption works in progress. May the Lord Almighty grant us a peaceful night and a perfect end. And even though the cone appears to have shifted to the east and we may be out of the immediate forecast danger, don't forget to let people know where your evacuation place is, to make sure your cell phone is charged and you have your charger in the car, and to make sure you give yourself plenty of time to get on the road with a full tank of gas, because we all know that at the last minute it will be a parking lot. And keep in touch with your brothers and sisters at Christ Church so we know that you're okay. And if you need help, call, because that's what we exist for, is to help one another. May the Lord Almighty grant us a peaceful night and a perfect end. Amen. Good night.